Aaron, let's start somewhat upside down in the sense that how long have you had that front flip in your Arsenal, and were you keeping it a secret from everybody?
Nah, obviously it's been a while with injuries and everything, so I always save it for my first home goal. Obviously got the two at Harrogate, and then my first home goal was at Oxford, so I was like, yeah, right, it's time to bring it out. So got the front flip in, and yeah.
I think you gave the manager a bit of a heart attack because after all of your injuries, and particularly the one you got on the opening day, he was probably a little bit worried that you might land flat on your face.
You could say glad the first home goal took a few games after injury, because if I'd done it straight away, God, I don't think the physios would be happy. But now I've always had it in my locker, and I always bring it out every once in a while.
Well, maybe you could do it in front of the cowshed tomorrow night. I mean, I know it's going to be, I suppose, quite a important game for you, a sentimental game for you, because of all your history with Bristol Rovers.
Yeah, obviously I had great times there, and they're always a club that is close to my heart. So it's obviously, I'm playing for a different club, and I've scored against them, been at different clubs as well, and everyone knows that's part and parcel of the game. Never celebrated, and that's just out of respect for what I've done there, as well as the fans and the club. But now it's a great club, and it always has a sentimental part for me.
And I don't know if you've seen it, but there's like almost like a graffiti wall, isn't there, where you're actually up there? I mean, that must be a great feeling as well.
Yeah, like it's always nice because you said like you're kind of not forgotten then as well. And I think since I've left, I haven't been forgotten. And you always say you never know what the future holds as well. So you never know if I'll be back there one day as well.
It feels like you've found your feet again since the injury. You're in the side regularly. You're picking up a few goals now. I suppose from your perspective, you must be pretty happy with how things are going.
Yeah, it feels good to be back fully. Obviously you come back from injury, and then you're working your way in, 20 minutes there, 30 minutes there, and to get back, obviously playing over the Christmas period really was getting that fitness locked in, getting the 60 minutes, not pushing too much. Got to Oxford, got 120 minutes in, and I think that's probably what my body needed. My body needed to be pushed to that limit.
Bit of a shock to it.
Yeah, 120 minutes where I did cramp up and kept going, but my body hit that max it could. And I've always been solid for a good 90 minutes, 95 minutes every game, and I'm a good athlete in that manner. So getting that 120 minutes in was right, I've locked that in now, I've got that in the locker, and yeah, I felt good the last few games, and getting the 90 in Saturday was nice as well, and running stats come with that.
Did look a bit horrible that last 5 minutes though, when you were stood out on that left touch line. Every time you touched the ball, you were thinking, don't kick it to me, guys.
Yeah, the calves were in trouble then, and obviously you come down to the penalties, but even going at the half time of extra time, I was like, if this goes down to penalties, I wanted to warn them, because 100% I would always be one of the players to step up. I always want to be on penalties.
Well, you took the one against West Ham, didn't you?
Yeah, Pat was on them at the moment, and he said I'm next in line. I'm like, yeah, gagging at the chance, but no, I was straight at half time, and in the Oxford game I was like, you're gonna have to count me out here, because if I go every time I go to pass the ball or kick the ball at the moment, my calf's going, so the last thing I want to be doing is run up to a penalty, calf goes, and then you look stupid. But no, it was a good game, and like I said, it was good to get the minutes in, as well as we put a good performance in against a good champ side. So,
and I think performances at the minute have been on the up, haven't they? I think in the last 3 or 4 games, every time you're stepping out there, it's feeling like, okay, this is MK Dons finding their way again.
Yeah, I think as a team, we're obviously finding the ground. I said it last time I spoke to the media, and you lose players and players come back, and it's not always good, because you want the full access. But then I mentioned I had to step in for Mendes. Mendes was doing what I needed to do before I was back, and he unfortunately got injured, and it's right, you need to step up and do what he was doing. But yeah, even signing the players we signed in Jan, it's brought massive confidence. Could be frustrated over Colchester with the last minute conceding, and then at home with Chesterfield conceding. You could say we dropped 3 points there, and them 3 points could have looked a lot different right now. But you can't look back and dwell on it, and you just got to push on. And we've had the last 2 games which people will be should win, easy, but it's not as easy as what it looks from an outside point of view. And then we got our next 2 games now where we're going to go in with confidence, and said we need to get a good little run going now, going through to the end of the season, and like you say, it's business time. So, and this is where it matters.
I think I've mentioned to pretty much every player that I've interviewed over the last few weeks, putting those wins together, turning those draws into wins is where it's all going to fall into place. And we've seen it with Bromley, who have sailed up the table. If you can put wins together, eliminate those draws, it makes such a big difference.
100%. We're going to lose games. There's going to be games we're going to lose, but we're able to lose. Every team's able to lose games, but it's them draws which can kind of, if they creep up on you and you get too many of them, you could say it's 2 points lost. Or you go and win one game and lose another, there's 3 points. You go and draw 2 of them, it's 2 points. And you got to look at it as like, we need to win the games. And draws can be good when you're playing teams around you, so they can gain no ground, and you might not be able to at the time. But we need to turn the draws into wins, and we are going to lose games, and we're ready for that. It's just bouncing back and getting the runs in between going well as well.
And 3 wins in a row sounds pretty good, doesn't it? Because then all of a sudden teams start to turn their heads and go, MK Dons are on a tear.
Yeah, definitely, because like, say around the Christmas period, we were around like 4th, 5th, 6th, and like, you don't get looked at unless you're in the top 3. Teams are obviously like, oh, if you're around it, they're looking at, oh, they're here. But when you're in that top 3, teams are like, you get that fear factor as well, where other teams are playing you, even if they are sat in 8th or 9th, they're like, right, this is top 3 team, this is where we want to be, we need to beat them, and that's where we need to up our games as well. And
psychologically, it's a big boost for yourselves as well down in the dressing room when you win all those games.
Yeah, it's a confidence boost. Definitely.
100%.
And it's a good factor feeling that we are where we are, and then when we do, if we ever do get knocked out of that, we're like, no, we need to get back there. So it's like the hunger as well with that. So it's good to be back in the top 3 after the win Saturday, and we got to go and back that up this week with 2 big games.
And confidence must be flying as well, getting 5 goals in the team on Saturday. You're taking on a team that's similarly struggling at the wrong end of the table, but we've said it about so many teams, there's no team that's a pushover.
No, like if we don't turn up, we know it's going to be a tough game, and it's going to be the same tomorrow. Like, we know Shrewsbury and Bristol Rovers are both in the same area of the table, and you don't turn up against Shrewsbury, you never know what's going to happen, and they can always go and cause trouble on set plays, and they obviously got the goal, but we were able to start well like we did, with confidence, get them early goals, and then like control the game. And we need to do the same tomorrow. We need to make sure we start well, because the first 45 minutes, and everyone knows the first goal in games in League 2 can tell a massive tale. So we get the first goal, we'll hopefully go and build on that, but then conceding the first goal is always tough. But we do back ourselves with the confidence as well to obviously go and win games, even if we do go beyond.
And about a week left to go in the transfer window. What's it like amongst the players? Are you all eagerly looking at what's happening, what the rumours are going around, or is it just business as usual? When someone new walks in, you just go, "Oh, all right, mate."
Yeah, it's like it's business as usual. Like, the team that's getting built here is you could say a top League 1 team, and everyone from an outside point and everyone inside knows that the team being built here is serious, and we just got to go and back that up on the pitch, and we can all come here and be like, oh yeah, good team, we got good players around us. But if you don't go and do your job, that's the main aspect, because everyone's looking at you to do your job, and then if you're doing your job, they want to better themselves because they want to do as well as you. And we can all go and push each other to, obviously, the aim this season is go and get promoted, and we need to go and push each other, because we all know we're better than League 2, but if we don't get out of League 2, we're not proving that, are we?